Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to use the dual buttons module. So I'm just going to give you a real life example. I put one on this website here. This is the dual button here, so you can have it link off to different pages, but for this one we actually had it download certain forms. So you click the left side and it's going to download a form, one particular form for a debit authorization. Click the right side, it's giving you a download for the credit authorization. So like I mentioned, you can have these to download two different forms or to link off to two different pages. So again, you know, if you had this as the donate button that you wanted to kind of tackle using Beaver Builder to build your header out, you could put that in your header and then link off to reoccurring donations or one-time donation, just for an example. So jump over to our demo page, going to find it under creative modules, put the dual button in. That's how it comes as default. It's pulling our themed colors, which is nice and handy. So you can have the button type, you can have it horizontal or vertical. Kind of a bit strange for vertical, but you know, it might be a case where you need it. Okay, join button I believe is that or in the middle. Oh no, sorry. So it's going to break it apart. So there's basically just two different buttons there. I think that little feature is new. Button width, again, auto, full width, custom. You know, I like to do custom to have a bit more control, especially over the height. I like to have fatter buttons. Yeah, let's go 60 then. Oh, let's go even. All right, probably 300 is probably too wide. So let's go 250. All right, so let's go 220. All right, so just for the sake of, you know what, I'm just going to go back to auto. So yeah, you can change the size of it, alignment, again, whether it's the left, right, or center of the column. Border radius, I don't believe we have one, but we could put a border around there if we wanted to. Enable responsive mode. So this is going to convert horizontal style to vertical on a small device. So that's where you may decide to use that vertical, or it's just going to force that that responsive mode. So you can turn that on and off. It's always good to just put your button in somewhere and then go look at it on a mobile device. I always design with my phone next to me and just have the, you know, after I've done one page, then load it on my actual phone. Or there's another piece of software I will put in the training response mode. So, all right. So yeah, button style, as you can see, it's gradient at the moment. You can have flat, which is just going to be the solid color, or you can have transparent and then kind of work around the transparency there. For the demo, I'll just stick to flat. Okay, hover styles. So you can have it appear icon when you actually hover over it. Let's go into... so you can have an icon appear from the left. You can have an icon or image appear from the right, top or bottom. And then you would we'll set that in the in each individual button. So come along to button 1. This is where you just name your button. If you are linking it off to somewhere, this is how you would do that. Now, I believe the way I got around that was these forms were direct links. So that's how we got away with that. We just put the URL of the link in there. So button link. So that's where you can, if you're linking it off to a page, you can just start typing your page. And if it's in there, you can just select your page. open in the same window. This is where you'll just adjust your color. So if you're going to have these two different colors, which I would recommend to kind of help differentiate the two buttons. You can have a hover color again. So when you hover over it, it's going to change color. And then you can have an image or a photo. I probably would recommend not using a photo. The only reason I'd use a photo is if I was bringing in my own custom icons, and then that way you bring it in as a image, not an icon. And then because we've got this set to hover, like the icon's only going to appear when we hover. Exactly the same process for button 2. The divider is in the middle. You can see we have a text divider. You can put an icon in there. And then selected icon. So you may have like a tick in there. Something along those lines. Colors of the divider. So icon color, background color. And then the divider border. So that's the actual, let's change that to 100. Oh, we don't actually have that set. So you can have a border. So let's pick a color. We may have to make the border a little bit wider. So that's going to border around that circle. Okay. And again, your typography, again, same kind of thing. I typically end up making my buttons text a little bit bigger than the standard. So you can just go ahead and change 20 to change it to whatever you think is a good size. Again, if you need to check this on mobile device, open that little tab there, and then you can change the text if you need to on a mobile device. Occasionally you may have to make the text like a 14 or a 16, but that's how you do that. And that is pretty much it for the dual button module.